All right, buckle up, everyone. We're diving deep into the wild and wacky world of Bye Bye Earth with an extended look at this mind-blowing first episode. Get comfortable, because this is going to be one heck of a ride. So, picture this. We're introduced to our main character, Belle Lablac. And let me tell you, she's not your average Jane. Imagine a completely hairless, featureless, human-like being. No ears, no horns, not a single hair on her body. When she walks into a room, it's like aliens have landed. The locals lose their minds, whispering and gawking. What is she? Where did she come from? She's so weird, they all say. It's like they've never seen a smooth criminal before. But here's the kicker, our girl, Belle, she doesn't let it faze her one bit. She's on a mission, sent by her master and Enola, that's fancy talk for teacher, Belle Lablac. And boy oh boy does she have a job to do. Belle struts into this place called Weather Wheel Tower, like she owns it. The locals are all in a tizzy because there's this massive flower thing growing in their lake. But hold on to your hats, folks, because this ain't no ordinary daisy. It's a Negroni. And no, I'm not talking about the cocktail you sip on a Friday night. This Negroni is a monster of a flower. We're talking arms thicker than tree trunks, a bright red body that laughs in the face of swords and spears. And get this, it breathes inky poison. It's like Mother Nature had a fever dream after watching too many sci-fi movies. Now, most people would be running for the hills, screaming their heads off, but not our Bella. Oh no, she's cool as a cucumber. In fact, she's excited. Flower flesh is my favorite food, she says, licking her chops. I don't care what kind. Can you believe it? Girl's about to turn this nightmare weed into a salad. But before Belle can have her veggie feast, she's gotta take this bad boy down. So what does she do? In a move that shocks everyone, and I mean everyone, she strips down to her birthday suit. The locals are scandalized, their jaws on the floor, but Belle doesn't care. She's got a job to do, and by golly, she's gonna do it. Belle dives into the freezing lake like it's a warm bath. She's got her trusty sword, Runding, at her side, and she's ready to throw down with this overgrown weed. The fight is epic, folks. This Negroni is no pushover. It's spewing salt water everywhere, threatening to turn the freshwater lake into a mini ocean. Crops are at risk, fish are panicking, it's chaos. But our girl Belle, she's in her element. She's swinging that sword like she was born with it, dodging tentacles left and right, showing this botanical bully who's boss. It's like watching a ballet if ballerinas fought giant, murderous flowers. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Just as Belle's about to deliver the final blow, she does something unexpected. She starts talking to the Negroni. I know, right? Who chats with their salad before eating it? But Belle's not your average warrior. And get this. Turns out this big bad flower is just homesick. Yep, you heard me right. This terror of the lake is actually a fish out of water. Or a sea flower out of the ocean, I guess. It's trying to get back to the sea, spread its seeds, and do its flower duty. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's a pretty heavy moment, actually. Belle almost... Hey there, fellow. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to ask you what you think of this video so far. If you're liking it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's the perfect time to do it. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all my latest videos and updates, and you'll get to see even more awesome content. So what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe, thanks for watching. Almost seems sad as she finishes off the Negroni. But hey, a girl's gotta eat, right? After this epic battle, Belle heads home to Sion with her trophies, a seed and an arm from the Negroni. It's like the weirdest show and tell ever. Sion's impressed, but being the teacher he is, he can't help but give her tips on her swordsmanship. Learn to unleash your sword's best in a single strike, he says. Classic teacher move, right? Always room for improvement. Now, this is where things start to get deep, folks. Belle and Sion have this heart-to-heart that'll tug at your heartstrings. Belle opens up about feeling out of place in the world. She wants to meet others like her, to intermingle with the world. It's a pretty heavy moment, and you can really feel Belle's loneliness. I mean, imagine being the only smooth person in a world full of fuzzy folks. Sion, being the wise mentor he is, doesn't just pat her on the head and tell her it'll be okay. Oh no, he's got a plan. He suggests Belle become a nomad and go on a journey to find herself. It's like a gap year, but with more swords and magic. But wait, there's a catch. To become a nomad, Belle's gotta take on a curse. Yep, you heard that right. A curse. It's not enough to be hairless and alone. Now she's gotta be cursed too? Talk about a rough deal. Now, brace yourselves, because this is where things get crazier than a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. As Belle accepts the curse, Sion starts disappearing. Poof, like he's being erased from existence. He's all calm about it, saying it's his final responsibility as an Enola. Meanwhile, Belle's freaking out. And honestly, can you blame her? Her father figure is pulling a Houdini right before her eyes. We get these emotional flashbacks that'll have you reaching for the tissues. We see how Sion found Belle when she was just a little smooth bean. She was this outcast kid that no one wanted, like a puppy at the pound that everyone passes by. But Sion, he saw something special in her. He took her in, promised to be like a parent to her. He taught her how to use a sword, gave her a home, a purpose. It's enough to make even the toughest cookie crumble. I tell ya. As Sion fades away like a photo left in the sun, he drops this bombshell about entrusting Belle with a mission. She's got to visit places he couldn't reach. It's like he's passing the torch, but the torch is invisible and full of mystery. And then he hits her with this word, Erehwon. Now, for those of you playing at home, that's nowhere spelled backwards. Sion says it's connected to the true meaning of utopia. Talk about leaving us with a head-scratcher. The episode ends with Belle having to say goodbye to Sion, the only family she's ever known. She's left alone with a magical sword, a mysterious mission, and more questions than a philosophy exam. And that, my friends, is just the first episode. Can you believe it? We've got magic, monsters, mystery, and enough emotional baggage to sink the Titanic. This show's tackling some big themes right out of the gate. Belonging, duty, self-discovery, and the pain of leaving home. I don't know about you, but I'm totally hooked. Where will Belle's journey take her? Will she find others like her, or is she destined to be the smoothest criminal in a fuzzy world? What's the deal with this utopia business? Is it a place, a state of mind, or just a wild goose chase?